let's get the ball rolling, shall we? I feel like because it's becoming summer though, it's making me want to do like cold beer. I don't know what it is about that. Hey, Chamazing. Thank you. Yeah, this is a really nice shirt. I'm a big fan of it. It's quite warm today. Yeah. Very, very, very jealous. Wait, Chamazing, you're actually playing Somnium Files, right? Like, you've been playing that on your stream, right? Without spoiling anything, how would you describe the game? Because we were just talking about what we're going to play after 13 Sentinels is done for a visual novel. And I feel like I barely know anything about Somnium Files. Granted, I barely knew anything about 13 Sentinels. We just dove in and it ended up being amazing. So, also, we're looking forward to the session coming up of Among Us on Saturday. I feel like I might have shaken off my whatever that was making me not want to play. Literally like Zero Escape with all different routes. Okay. Is it like, is there puzzles like Zero Escape or?
Yes. Yes.
How would you describe the plot without giving anything away? Oh God. We have to let the anime hang out. I know these are difficult questions, but I know that Chamazing is up to the task. Give me a direction of what the game is like without spoiling any major plot. She's got this. I see the gears are turning in her head. Okay, yeah, I knew there was lots of women in red. Okay. This is totally... I need to write another thing to the Tales people and tell them not to spoil their entire game with these intro videos. Lost Dimension? What about Lost Dimension? Lost Dimension is like the coolest game. It's the coolest idea for a game that just fell completely flat. Lost Dimension was like a freeform tactical RPG though. Does Somnium Files has like an actual like battle mode? I wasn't aware of that. Alright, here we go.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
What were we doing? We just had that scene on top of this weird altar, right? And Xion got her new outfit, which actually looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I forgot how Steven sold it to you. It's probably been a year since you downloaded it and didn't get around to playing it. Oh my god. Hey, Thomas. Happy Thursday. Sorry to hear about, the job situation, but you still have Vans at least, right? Yeah, so it really do be like that sometimes, Tom. Like, I bought 13 Sentinels. I was looking for a date on this sticker. I was hoping it would say it. I bought 13 Sentinels probably about a year ago, and we sat on it for so long, and it's so good, so... Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure that Vans would sooner, like... that Vans would sooner close itself than fire Thomas, because... he does the things for them. The things that he doesn't need to do. Is DGR supposed to be Danganronpa, Natalie? Is that what you mean? Holy crap. Ever since building Z Carmen Rose in E7, my score on that expo has shot up.
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
Yes.
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
Oh, do we have a boss fight?
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
Your manager just texted you, are you available anytime from tomorrow through Tuesday? Oh my god. That's one of those texts that you have to, like,
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets
think
are
on
in
it
store.
for a while, because what if you want to just enjoy your weekend, you know? That's what always used to bother me about when I worked at that restaurant. You would get texted all the time about covering shifts, especially on weekends. And it's like... well, what if I just want to have a day off?
From the residential quarters now. It looks completely
Hey,
different.
Dots. We just started. We literally just turned it
Actually,
on,
this
so
place-
we're about to see.
It reminds me more of being back inside the wedge.
Except the Danon astral energy feels even stronger here.
In a portion of the city reserved purely for the Renin Sovereign.
Maybe he just has strange tastes?
This place looks like it has been here for quite some time now. If its design were a matter of personal preference, we would be talking from centuries ago. Or perhaps even further back. Still, this isn't the sort of decadence of taste spoken of in artistic circles. So what is it then?
Hold up, decadence? Artistic circles?
When a preference is indulged to its extreme, it descends into kitsch, eccentricity for the sake of it. I'd be happy to illuminate you further.
That depends. Does it involve you buying me lunch?
The void that art fills isn't the stomach, it's the soul.
In that case, I'll let you know the next time my soul starts to rumble.
Now all we need is something to fill up the void inside your head.
Shut up!
So... yeah, we are full on, I don't even need that healing spot. Well, I guess we'll just keep going.
Volron! He really was still alive.
Oh, interesting. He
And
looks...
there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in the machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Maybe we shouldn't have brought Shion here.
This entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Oh, okay, Chamazing.
The Red Woman! So we finally found you.
Cool. Well, thank you for the
A lot of
explanation.
questions for you.
Wait!
We'll probably make that our next visual novel then.
They all have the same face? How is that even possible?
Ha! You didn't watch the intro video, Rinwell, you fool.
What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
This kinda looks near final bossy to me.
They're not feeling particularly talkative.
It's no use, Elfin. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
Yeah, could you guys heal me, please? Oh, you did. Thank you. Okay, so they're weak to Alphin's boost attack. I feel like everything in the game is weak to Alphin's boost attack.
This one's mine.
Oh, interesting. So no matter which one you damage, it seems to take away from her health. Whoa! That was sick.
I have no limits. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno. You're mine.
Bathed in blood.
A whirling struggle.
Another incantation ruined.
Here, let me help.
You picked the wrong fight.
I don't mind watch.
In a bind?
Here I come.
Benediction light.
Blue escape.
Our arts are being
Ow. That hurts. Oh, there they go. Yep.
Here, let me help.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free. Double demon fang.
Double Demon Fang putting in the good work.
If it's in the sky, it's mine. I never miss.
benediction light.
Hello, friends. Please heal me. Woo! Okay, we're at about half HP now. Wow, they've got some really diesel heals now. Oh, did they just go into the special mode? The hell? Oh, they're doing it again. Fuck.
No further! Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not done! Rising Phoenix! Double Demon Fang! Take this! Double Demon Fang!
No dawn shall break this
Severing
night.
Wing!
State of play?
Double Demon Fang! Catapult! You're mine!
I can't heal you forever.
Coming through!
To the fray.
Ha!
Alright.
Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Oh, right. I forgot that was happening today. Matt said to look out for it. Because he thought that maybe they would have Final Fantasy 16 info. It's weird, like, as somebody that really likes Final Fantasy games, I'm not all that hyped for 16. Ooh. Oh shit. Okay. So we got a few problems here. We're gonna just life bottle Shion.
In a bind? Anything in armor is all.
Then we're gonna use a heavy treat. And we need an orange gel as well. Oh god. There they go. Ah, let's pineapple gel it. That should be enough for the rest of the fight, I would think. Oh god. A 10-3 announcement? Oh my god. This same year that we spent 30 episodes playing 10-2, could you imagine?
Where are you going?
Give me a peach gel. 50k left. Oh, I got interrupted. Uh-oh. Oh, there goes Rinwell.
You pay for that! You picked the wrong fight! Take this! Swallow blade! Double demon fang!
My wearied companion.
Oh, again? Okay, wait. If we all do our boosts here, I think we just win.
No, resonate with you.
Oh, wow. Alright, we got him.
Say no more!
Radiant light. Force every generation.
I don't think 16 will show up till Square shows, since it's gonna be
Surrender.
multi-platform. Oh, that's true.
Fighting is useless now.
Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alvin!
Oh, he's fine.
I'm okay.
See?
Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Oh, quiet, Volron.
Damn it! He's awake!
We already beat you up.
I should have thought as much. So you know this place? Naturally. It was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Oh, come on.
Even after
We have to fight him
all this,
again?
You still insist on hating me? You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Yes.
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf?
Yeah, that's pretty much the entire game in a nutshell, Amazing. They all
I
do the
proved
anime
my
thing.
worth and the sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Good lord.
Were they really? We already know the title of sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me.
Well, and Volron.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Voron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a...
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renin and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you?
Yes.
If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renin and Dana are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
Oh.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Renna this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Well.
Serenus Alva!
At least it means we probably don't have to fight Volron again. I'm actually okay with that.
It's too late. You can't stay here.
We need to go. Alphen!
Oh. Jump! Reaches out his hand. See? This is just all anime things. I can't believe he reached out his hand. Come on, Shion! Oh, you weren't even close, girl. Oh. You guys should maybe help Alphen, you think? Ugh.
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Nah. Goodbye.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything, who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am.
Are you two okay?
Yeah. We'll be fine.
Is Volron... Have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was
Resident
their
Evil
deal?
4 remake? Oh my.
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers and Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renaissance.
Ja!
Damn it, that's the second time
Howdy.
now.
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you
How we
say
doing today,
Rena?
Shaw?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
I know! His outfit looks good.
There's a good chance it's not human.
Sadly, no one looks as good as Kisara, but, you know.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renaissalma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have.
I think
cause
we're at,
to
like, the
return
very
to
last part of the game, I
I
think.
agree that Rena's our best.
I wouldn't be
shot.
surprised if we beat this in the next 2
Then
sessions.
we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
But seriously, I was not expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Brennan's or Danon's.
Yeah, and not in a good way like with us.
Oh good, we got a skit about it.
I didn't see that coming about Volron. As for those red women, to think they were monsters all along.
Tell me about it. One minute they look perfectly human. Next thing you know, they're not actually human at all.
They definitely weren't Renan or Danon. I'm not even sure language would get through to them.
So what were they then? Human Zoogle hybrids?
Is the most terrifying thing anyone said all day.
How about you?
Oh,
Shion?
okay.
Doherty? You ever seen
Yeah,
anything
so,
like
I
that
mean,
before?
we're playing until about 6 today, so...
However,
We'll
they're
get
the
3
same as
hours
the
in
red woman
today.
we've seen with Volron.
Knowing me, I tend to go
I
slow,
think it's safe
so...
for us to assume they understand our language at the very least.
I had just so much I wanted to ask them. About Rena. And Shion's thorns.
Unfortunately, they blew themselves up before we got the chance. Why would they do such a thing, though? To take us with them? Or in order to keep something hidden?
Both sound plausible to my ears. They took off with the Renaissance too, remember?
Yeah, they did. And the next time we meet them, we're going to make sure they tell us everything they know.
Oh god, that means I need to start planning the next RPG that we're gonna run alongside Chrono Cross. That came up kind of fast. I feel this game actually was pretty reasonably short, I would say. Oh, actually... Wasn't there a... There was a healing spot, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore. There was a healing spot we passed and didn't use, but I'm pretty sure it got blown up during the cutscene, so... fuck it. Wait, what are they saying? Head back toward the Falnate. Falnate again? Is that the ship? I know! I could have used it right now. It's okay. Staying in inns is free in this game, so it doesn't actually matter. I just hope that there's no encounters from here towards, from here till we get to wherever we're going. Oh, here's one. Sure. By the way, how are we doing on SP? Did we get... not really. Enough to get improved healing arts with her. Not really sure what rod extension is. Art casting mobility, yeah, we like that. Faster magic charge will save. 601, that's probably not enough to get anything. Oh. There you go. Elemental attack up. Does he even have any elemental attacks? I don't know. Strengthened counter edge. That's kind of central to her gameplay, so I don't feel too bad leveling that a bunch of times. I wonder if I could, oh, they don't let you fast travel right now. Son of a gun. Oh, wow. Ah, there is encounters on the way back. Yeah, whatever. This is all just training for the final boss, so... whatever they want to throw at me, I'll take it. Nice. Alright. Double demon fang.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Uh-oh. Is that telling me I can get those materials again?
Hey.
Yeah, might as well.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
These enemies are still pretty good experience, so... I accept.
These ones can run rings around us.
I'll smash you!
Freeze Lancer! Oh.
Coming through! Ha! Now!
break. Stardust is like really, really godlike. I can't believe I thought this move was bad when I started playing. Oh, I missed.
I'll trip it up.
Man, these things are annoying.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Not a chance! Eternal devastation!
Wind Astrolith! More with that hero!
It's on!
I'm on confiscated!
Double Demon Fang!
Take this!
Take
Hear
it!
me! Flame of
Burn
fury!
in hell!
Burn up! Now!
Hit off!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Everyone's still in one piece?
Alright, give me these. Oh, regenerative crystal. I think you need that to make that, that accessory that prevents death. Oh, I touched it.
See what you've got.
I thought I made it. Well, this will be about as long as an Epic 7 arena match. What flavor of Pringles do I buy? Usually just default. Although I did buy the pizza ones the last time I bought Pringles. Admittedly, they don't really have a lot of great options at my grocery store that sells them. Yeah, the pizza ones are kind of godlike. Ugh. Oh god.
Take this!
Don't get in my way! Glacial Spear!
Try harder! My turn!
On your knees.
Searing Gale!
You're nearly done for.
A wailing Vampire Lightning!
Burn in hell! Take this!
Not on my watch!
I'm not done!
Why do you not have the pizza ones over in the UK, Tom?
More for the summertime! All disasters made one! Transport!
Take
Healers
this.
of Fury!
I'm not done!
Woo!
Nail strike!
Oh, it's doing the thing.
Lightning thrust!
Light astral energy!
Not seen them. Well, none of our countries are as lucky as Japan. They have all the super cold flavors. I mean, sour cream and onion is still pretty good. Thomas posted a picture of those garden salsa sun chips, and that made me really want those. Aw, man, Kisara, you're always just a tiny bit too late.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Double demon!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
This should come in handy when
Yeah,
crafting
she
weapons.
can't be bothered. I kind of respect it. Those things are extra annoying. They just take so much time and CP to beat.
Won't save you!
Require a hand.
Illuminate the dark!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
No further!
Yeah. Oh, it missed?
Bring you down.
Severing wing!
Here I go.
Soaring light spear! You're mine! Not today! Swallow blade! Regenerate!
Here I go. I'm all denied.
Allow me to help you.
No escape!
Swallow blade! In a bind?
You're mine!
All in order.
The flame inside me! Free!
Yeah, I actually tried to scoot behind the Mantis guy, and then, it wasn't working out. I must have touched his tail or
We
something.
have a long way yet to go.
It's okay. I mean, those enemies tend to give you good, like, forging materials, so I'll take it. It's just hard to justify the amount of resources you spend on killing them sometimes.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone? Doe?
You two.
Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I
Oh,
ambushed
right,
you
this
all.
girl. Unlikable Chan.
She doesn't remember a thing. So she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnigan, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Stop casting me off, just for once.
Faria, not now.
Yeah,
Can
Faria,
wait.
shut up.
Dohalim, Lenegus is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
If so, then what's the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer, and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd...
There's no time to explain now.
Yeah, be
It
quiet.
sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegus from spiraling out of control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do
Street
we
Fighter
do
6
that?
is being shown? Oh, snap. I'll have to check that out later.
feed on discontent and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
At ease. Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust. That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person in Lenegus right now?
Lenegus wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is... Ah. Very well then. Avakir, You mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
No.
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegus. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Elda-Menancia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid, as people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegus, not the Lords and Sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
And cue the lights turning back on.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
No, I made it up.
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, she looks fine. They're going for a very realistic aesthetic.
You can't be serious.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return. But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegus, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged by birthright, or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things. Things like, oh, I don't know, musical talent, for example.
When I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different.
Oh yay, the Faria redemption arc that everybody wanted.
I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Turnigan's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegus till you get back.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know shit is gonna go down when we get to,
I guess you're not going to
Brenna.
make it to Menancia for the foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed.
I feel like that's when shit is gonna hit the fan.
The people of Elda-Menancia can look after themselves just
I don't
fine.
completely hate
It's
this
the ones here
Lenegus
on
arc, though.
Lenegus who need someone to guide them. Besides,
Oh,
You
hey,
leading the
Heavy.
people
No,
forward,
oh.
It'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menace's
We are
borders
about
that
to go
much
to Rena,
faster.
I believe.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes. We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits.
Oh, Dohalim title? Nice. Ground Dasher! Oh, improved healing arts too. That's gonna be a good one.
Looks like the people of Lenegus.
Oh, good. Thank goodness there's a
In one
skit.
sense,
Thank
when all is
goodness.
said and done, perhaps I have been a slave this whole time too.
I will say, we're getting a lot more of Dohalim in this part of the game too.
I was
It's making me like his character a bit more.
bound by its values.
There's a new FF16
Resigned to
trailer.
being
Nice.
swept along,
I'll have to look at all this
resolved to
after
take a stand.
I'm done with stream.
And when I realized the severity of my mistake, all I longed for was punishment. A lord. And yet my first instinct was to place my fate in the hands of others.
I think I can relate. I couldn't stand watching my people bow and scrape their way through life, but I didn't know what else I could do about it either. The ability to think for yourself and be your own master. That's what separates a slave from a free person. At least, that's what Law's dad Zephyr used to say. Zephyr taught me how to fight. But in doing so, he also taught me how to live.
Even if it means stumbling along the way. If it's on a road of our own choosing, free of regret.
Yeah, he got a great arc here.
That's the road of freedom. Or, to put it another way, so long as his heart is compromised, even the loftiest of kings is no freer than a slave. I think I finally understand now. This Zephyr character sounds like he was a wise man indeed. I only wish I could have met him.
Summer
That's
2023 for FF16.
So much I wish I could.
Wow,
ask
they
you,
said give us another
especially now.
year.
I wonder, have I been correctly carrying on the torch that
I'll
he
be
passed
honest
to me?
though, I'm all for game developers taking all the time they need.
How long have you known?
As long as the game eventually comes out, like,
Known what?
take as much time
About
to
the
finish
darkness I
everything up
carry
that you
inside
can, and give
I
us a
seem to have
complete
been aware of it
product
for
that we're
quite
gonna
some
pay
time
full
now.
price for.
Why ask me now? What does it matter?
I'm like, I can wait.
Yes, I have. I've pretty much known that something was gnawing at you ever
I
since we
do
left
not like
Valencia.
this trend where
So
games
basically,
get
since the
released
very
like
start of our
60% complete and then the rest of it's
Just when I
paid
thought I couldn't
DLC.
feel
That's
more ashamed.
completely ridiculous.
Leave the past where it belongs. We have no need.
No
for
need to
it
rush
now.
and give us FF15
You're
again. Well,
forging
right?
ahead.
Didn't they had to like
That's
do
what matters.
major patches
If
for
my brother could see
FF15,
you,
didn't they?
He'd be proud.
Not as proud as he would be of his sister, I'm sure.
Well then, just as well it's not a competition, huh?
Kisara? Anyone at home in there?
Sorry, she's asleep.
Sorry. Did I look distracted?
The original director
rather
quit
fast.
halfway through. Oh, that
To be
sucks.
entirely
I remember
honest,
hearing
I
about that
couldn't tell whether
actually.
you were smiling or frowning.
You were thinking about
When they
Dolan,
announced DLC
weren't you?
alongside the game, I know. Such a bad
Not
look, right,
obviously.
Thomas?
I was just thinking how good it is to see him moving forward at last.
Oh my
It
god.
was always so infuriating, knowing how
What a
capable
train
he would be
wreck.
if he just put his mind to it. A prisoner trapped in a cage of his own self-doubt. But now, he's finally beginning to spread his wings. I'm happy for him.
So, then why do you look so sad?
Oh, I don't know if I'd say sad. There's a bittersweetness to it, I guess. It's good and
This is always her
strange,
holdup.
knowing that he won't be needing me anymore. It probably sounds weird, doesn't it? I have this massive worry off my mind. I should be jumping up and down for joy, right?
Must be that maternal instinct of yours
Yeah,
at work.
Kisara just like needs to be
Rinwell's
needed.
right. You're like a mother bird, finally letting go as her child takes his first
Yeah,
shaking
Kisara
and nervous
is-
flight from the nest.
She's on spring break, basically
A
for the
pretty
whole
big
rest of the
child.
game. Oh, hi, Etir.
That's one way to look at it. I wouldn't like to see Dohalim's face if he heard you say that. All this
Etir,
has
let's
made
do
me
some
realize
expeditions in Epic
I
7.
can't allow myself to become a prisoner of my own making like he was. If Dohalim can forge his own path ahead, then I can too. I won't be left behind.
Anything else? Any more skits, huh? You been doing some today? Yeah. I just posted up a bunch if you need them.
On the ranch.
Sure. So, spending the extra gold on the special fee didn't do much. We just got more of each. That's pretty lame. I will never spend on that again. Oh, yeah. I love that. Ooh, upgrade for Shion. Is it worth the 12k, though? Oh, everybody else is actually on their most optimal weapon right now. That is interesting. These joke weapons, I cannot. Ooh, okay, that's a nice reimbursement at least. Let's buy some items. How are we on life bottles? Honestly, 11's fine. 11 leaves space in case if, that leaves space in case if we find some in, like, treasure chests. Upgrade some armor. Alright. Well, that was expensive.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
We might as well do this. Just for the cooking effects. Sure, give us defense up. Thanks, Shion.
It's finished. Hopefully the others like it.
How is our Thursday going? Etir, did you end up watching Spectro's stream? It looked like he was playing that, that MOBA on Discord for a bit. And I'm just starting Kevin's expeditions, otherwise he's gonna complain later. He's always sad that nobody seems to do his expeditions. Feels attacked. Okay. So, travel to Rena. Okay. Yeah, we need to go all the way over here. Yeah, I'm jumping into one of his Samakus right now. Oh. Yeah, that game seems neat. As I run the wrong way. I would not play it, but I like the character's looks. Oh. Right, we left that orange gel there because... We had full when we passed it the first time. I wanted to make a mental note. Luckily, that's all marked on the map. That's kind of nice. I'll miss the music on Lenegis. This has a nice town theme. I'm a sucker for a violin. Alright, here we go. Probably to the last area of this game.
I thought we'd find answers on Lenegis, but we just ended up finding more questions.
You can say that again. And now we have more problems to fix too. Like figuring out how to reform Lenegis.
Popcorn sounds pretty good right now.
That can wait for now. We've got more than enough on our plates to do.
Ooh, I should probably take something out.
Like figuring out who's really running the show on Rena.
For Kevin and I to have for dinner after this cutscene.
Yeah. Which is why we're going to the Renan home.
Kevin gets home in an hour.
All the answers we've been looking for are on that planet. The person responsible for all this. The Red Woman and the Renis Alma. The answers have to be there. Are we prepared to finally find them?
Yes.
So, what do we do first when we get there?
We know nothing about the Renan homeworld or what we might face once we arrive. We should get a feel for how things are on the ground before we take any serious steps.
all of the Renans that we know are from
possible that the first thing we're going to face
Lenegis, right?
If we come across
what if there's no people on Rena?
What?
God. Oh boy. What's with this music?
Hello?
Oh, hey, man. We're having a horror moment. Hey, Dammy. How's it going today, guys? What the hell was that?
Damn! The hell just happened?
Hey, Phil.
Our course has been altered.
Well, you see, we got in an airship, so you know what's gonna happen next.
What's that?
The push the button segment.
The ship's controls are
Well,
accepting my
we're
commands.
throwing Rinwell out the airlock
The
then.
engine is being shut down.
That's bad, right?
Quite bad. We've lost control of the ship.
Is all of this the Red Women's doing?
Are they trying to finish us off before we can land?
Everyone, look there.
What a great group shot. Oh my god! It just looked like a planet. Are you fucking serious? So it wasn't. So it wasn't a planet, it was actually a giant laser beam. Oh my god.
A flower blooming out of Rena?
But that flower looks like it's absorbing all of Dana's energy.
And it appears Lenegis is serving as a conduit for that energy to reach here. Could that have been its true purpose all along?
If that's true, do you think the people back on Lenegis are all right?
No.
We can only pray that they are.
Damn it! Haven't they taken enough already? When is this going to end?
I want this to end.
The flower of oblivion.
With everything that's happening, we need to get back to Lenegis. Is the ship still offline?
Unfortunately, yes. Even more so than when it lay dormant.
Can you fix it?
Starships are extremely complex machines. One wrong move while we're out here in space could very well cost us our lives.
So what? We're just stuck inside here, floating around? For how long?
I don't believe this. We've made it all this way, and now we're stuck here? We're watching Dana die before our eyes, and we have no choice but to sit here and starve to death?
Law, calm down! You're not the only one who's worried here.
Right. Sorry.
It's still too early to give up. There has to be a way to get out of this.
Alphen.
Now what?
The starship, it's back online?
No, this is different. Something is pulling our ship in towards it.
Well.
We managed to get moving, but where are we?
It looks like Lenegis in here.
Do you think we might run into more Renans here? Or those red women?
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, who?
We haven't been ambushed, so that probably means they aren't hostile. Still, why would anyone want to bring us here?
Hey, Shion!
If they wanted to attack us, they could have done so while we were back on the starship. We should see where this path takes us.
Well. So are we, like, effectively locked out of fast travel from here on out? Oh, good, we can skid about it.
Shion, just in the nick of time. Here, lend me a hand while I...
No!
What the... Oh, right. The thorns. My bad.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I overreacted.
Again, Law? Can't you even go a minute without putting your foot in your mouth?
Seriously, it's fine. I'd rather that than people feeling like they're walking on eggshells around me. Besides, I'm the one who should be vigilant about not touching you guys, not the other way around.
Actually, I've been meaning to ask. Not being able to touch people, does it ever get lonely sometimes?
Oh no, not at all.
I guess I never really thought about it in those terms. It was either accept it for what it was or come undone. Before long, it was just part of my everyday reality. I think I even forgot there was another way to live. Which isn't to say I didn't feel alone. I did. Always.
So numb to your reality, you couldn't even recognize it as loneliness? I don't know how you managed.
It's fine. I know I'm not alone anymore.
But I can't even touch you. No way of lending you a shoulder when you're down? Even Alphen.
I appreciate the concern.
Yeah.
Until I get rid of these thorns, I guess I'll
I was gonna say,
longer.
I don't really know where this is going, but it'll be over soon. I think in the next 2 streams for it.
Maybe it won't be.
Oh, you're taking off already?
Either way, the day will come.
That was fast. If you did all your E7 and Genshin, unless if you quit Genshin, which I would understand.
We'll share a big warm hug. You'll see. I promise.
Just Genshin.
Boo! Ah, what the?
Oh, thank you for the reminder, Tom.
This isn't the time for games, Rinwell.
I'm gonna actually do that during this skit, so be right back.
How am I supposed to resist with you looking all jittery like that?
It's called experiencing feelings appropriate to the situation. You ought to try it sometime.
Yeah, but seeing you act all nervous, you're making me start to feel nervous too.
Oh, sorry.
Staying alert is important, but too much caution can cloud your judgment. Try to strike a balance.
Alright, we took out some pork sliced loin. No Guild War, no E7? Oh. That's fair.
I still can't get over what we saw happening outside the starship.
Yeah, our planet's really not doing too hot right about now.
I've only ever seen Rena from the surface of Dana, so I figured it was just another round planet like ours. Still though, I never would have imagined Rena actually looked like that. And what's the deal with that giant flower coming out of it?
Beats me. I have absolutely no clue.
What does that
It's
mean?
so surreal.
Someone bloomed?
Looks like a broken egg or something.
Rena and Dana. We were taught that both worlds were spherical bodies that floated amongst the stars in the heavens. But to think that they lied to us not only about the Sovereign and the Crown contest, but also the form of our own planet.
Dohalim.
Okay, who's the wise guy that summoned us?
Oh my god, another skit.
That beam of light joining Dana and Rena. It was the Renin side that it first came from, right?
That's what it looked like. And then the Danon side responded.
Perhaps it was some kind of directive from the Renin homeworld? To reawaken the Wedge and Lenegis?
Which would mean that whoever's behind all this is on Rena after all. But what are they after? Is it really worth going through all this trouble just to steal Dana's energy?
Try to stay calm. With so many factors we don't understand, dwelling on it won't get us anywhere. What is it?
No, it's just... Zephyr once told me the same thing. So much for me making progress, huh?
You made it this far, didn't you? You notice something, you
Yes.
change it. That's all anyone can do. But you can't stand still in the meantime.
Okay, so central level is available. Coworkers are having allergy attacks. Oh my goodness.
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Huh? What's that? It's one of those!
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
It doesn't look like it can move. Tell me, are you the one who brought us here?
That is correct. It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
It can talk.
What are you?
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect 35. Is that your name?
Correct.
What is this place? No, wait, before that, just what exactly are you? Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
What do you mean, serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women, pulling their strings?
I will kill you all now.
What did you do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way. Identifiers detected. The Sovereign and Maiden are among you. However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh goody, more riddles.
Do you think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helganquil. The red women you encountered previously are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helganquil?
You are on Dake Phasal, a celestial base which drifted here by accident. The will of Rena's great spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
A question. What is this great spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Correct. The Great Astral Spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
A voice? Just like Dana.
The voice of the Great Spirit speaks to our hearts directly, and we have served it without question throughout the ages.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this Great Spirit be the true Sovereign of Rena?
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Wait,
Well,
back up.
nothing's controlling him
You're telling
anymore.
us this great spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things to harvest the astral energy from Dana? I'm not sure I believe that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegus. If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying.
Mind hacking.
If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Yeah, but...
Let's assume that what Hevrect 35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's great spirit. Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents. So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will
Oh, hi,
where we
Storm.
did. The Wedge and Lenegis are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
The Great Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy.
It suits the game.
And the pursuit of that
It
desire is
absolutely
why we see
suits the
Dana
game.
in its current state. As a result, it has turned its attention toward Dana.
Is that why the crown contest is necessary? So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dana?
Indeed. And it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest.
I don't
Had the
understand
initial
why he's
spirit
telling us all
channeling
this.
From 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dana's astral energy would have been seized.
But the ceremony failed. Lenegis was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renasalma.
Correct. A change in plan was required to ensure the spirit channeling's success. However, recreating the Renis Alma required a vast amount of energy. That is why we turned to Dana.
So that was the real purpose behind the crown contest. An efficient means to harvest the necessary energy from Dana.
This is all happening because of me.
Nevertheless, you still haven't answered one of Alphen's original questions. Just why have you brought us here to your base, Hevrecht 35?
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second, it was to ascertain whether you would be likely to accept my request.
Why were we even sucked in here?
Request? But what could someone like you want us to...
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
Bum bum bum.
I'm sorry, did you just ask us to kill your master?
I did. It is in your best interest that you do so, I might add.
What makes you say that?
Because your planet is gonna die.
Venegas has entered the final stage of the spirit channeling plan. As we speak, Dana's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena. If nothing is done about the Great Spirit, it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw earlier is just the beginning? That...
We won't let that happen.
Why do you want us to kill the Great Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control? Why?
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize. As such, it is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However, I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Vengeance? For what?
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
You mean... you're dying?
Well, if
At
you
this
were...
stage, it would be
Why
wise
were they
to
attacking
talk
us
with
if
the
they were
others.
gonna ask for our
Ask them
help?
what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help, I shall fix your ship.
Others? Just how many of you are there?
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Dake Phasal.
Hey! Hey!
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us. Let's take a look around.
Wow, and we're not even gonna skit about it. Oh.
You can't seriously be buying anything that creature told us, right? I mean, it's practically blackmailing us into doing
I don't
its
understand
dirty
why
work.
they're so opposed to doing
To
what
be
it
honest,
asks, to be
The
honest.
conversation went on for so long, I'm not sure I understood all of it. How about you, Dohalim? Were you able to follow it at all?
At the very least, everything it said about the Renan Great Spirit adds up. At the end of the day, this whole chain of events comes back to astral energy. That being said, had we not previously encountered the will of Dana, I suspect I would find its story much more difficult to believe.
The spirit of Rena wants to see Dana completely destroyed.
But why? Astral energy is supposed to be a force that creates and shapes the world.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if we're up against an entire world or what its game is. We're not going to let it destroy Dana.
Right.
There is one other thing that concerns
How are we
me.
supposed to find the Great Spirit?
How the Great Spirit, the Helganquil, and the Crown Contest are all part of a centuries-long plan is clear enough. But what about the Renans? How do they factor into all this?
Now that you mention it, and all that talk, Hevric 35 never even brought up the Renans once. And as for the Helganquil, we never did find out just what they are either.
Maybe it had a reason for keeping its silence. Or perhaps there's even more going on. Maybe the others will shed more light on the matter. Let's find out.
What makes you think they're gonna talk to you? Also, didn't he say he's the only one on this base thing? Oh yeah, hey Phil. We are getting Tails endgame lore dumped right now. Okay, well that was a great room. Darn, I can't jump on the table. How's our day going, Phil? Huh.
Who are they?
Fuck?
What is it?
Oh, my apologies. It's just been so long since I've seen any humans from the outside world.
Are you a Renan?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I guess so. The Overseer told us to answer any questions you might have. Whatever you want to know, we'll tell you as much as we can. But be quick. Our subjects are undergoing
hello,
a dramatic
Quinn.
shift that we don't want to miss.
What a weird guy.
He must have meant Hevric 35 when he mentioned that Overseer.
And what was that about subjects? You don't think he meant Dana and Rena, do you?
There isn't anyone else we can talk to. I guess we should ask around here.
Okay.
Have you guys lived up here in Deg Faisal with Hevric 35 for a long time?
Yes. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head just how long it's been, though.
Oh, good afternoon with an M.
We
How
regularly go into
goes?
stasis, so our sense of time has gotten
And how's the
rather out
melty
of
grind
whack over
going,
the
Quinn?
years.
Why are you all even here in the first place?
Originally, this station was where we worked to perform maintenance on
Oh,
Renegades on the
thanks! I know, I like this shirt a lot.
We heard that the facility ended up in its current location due to an accident.
Oh, it was terrible. Apparently there was some kind of accident, and when help never arrived, they presumed the entire facility had been destroyed.
And
What?
you've been working for Hevrecht 35 ever since?
Well, at first we thought that there was nobody else inside the facility, but then it turned out the Overseer was there all along.
What do you mean?
The Helganquil have the technology to cloak themselves around us Renans. As long as they don't do anything obvious, a Renan won't see one, even if it's right in front of them.
Which would explain
Oh,
why
okay.
Shion and I failed to notice the Red Women previously. Do they employ an astral art of some sort?
I haven't been able to scientifically confirm it for myself.
Is there a
from
problem
what
with
I
her outfit?
understand, the type of cloaking they use is primarily achieved through mechanical means.
I feel
In
like it
addition,
took a second for
they
you to be
also
like,
use
wait a minute.
hypnosis devices and
Everybody's
information
dressed
control
very
to get us to do
specially.
what they wanted without being detected. It's a pretty sophisticated operation.
I put
especially since it
accessories on
avoids
them
any
myself. I
unnecessary
hope you
conflict.
like it.
I have to imagine that's how Lenegus is still run.
But aren't the Helganquil themselves controlled by the Great Spirit? If so, why aren't Renans affected by it in the same way?
The Great
Kisara
Spirit
definitely
mind
came
control
out
only
really
works
well.
on Helganquil, so they had to employ other means to manipulate us Renans.
You act like this didn't affect you personally. If I was you, I'd be mad as hell at their deceptions.
I mean, sure, I was surprised when I first found out about it, but it happened so long ago.
Hevrecht 35 has clearly ceased concealing itself, though. Why is that?
I don't know.
Who can say? My guess is it just got bored, or maybe even a little lonely.
Don't you want to go back home to Rena or Lenegus? Our ship is going to be fixed pretty soon. You could ride with us.
No way. If we went back after knowing the truth, they'd either just brainwash us or purge us outright. After all this time, there's nothing to be gained from going back. We've all agreed it'd be best to simply stay here and watch everything unfold instead.
So how do you survive? Where's your
Things are going
food?
just fine with the Overseer. Not that it'll be around much longer. It can't extend its life any further. That said, I'm sure it's pleased to see the final stage of the plan before it passes on, though.
Thank you for answering our questions. Can we talk to you for a few minutes?
Even for an endgame JRPG lore dump, this feels like a lot.
So I can talk until then.
Please, tell us what
But I
you
think
know
it's
about
because they
the
didn't really
Helganquil.
do anything for the entire game.
You mean the Overseer's species? I can't say I know much about them.
Well, for starters, where'd they come from?
Where else? From Rena, obviously.
From Rena? Wait, are you telling us those things live right alongside the Renans down there?
Of course not.
Yes.
There's really no such thing as Renans in the first place.
Excuse me?
Oh, I thought the Overseer explained everything.
Apparently not.
Please, tell us more.
Well, in a nutshell, the Renans were originally created from Danans by the Helganquil.
The dramatic cut-ins.
But
Okay.
if that's true, then that would mean there aren't any people on Rena.
Oh, I called that.
There aren't, but there are Helganquil. That's what the name literally means in their language, people of Rena.
But what need could they possibly have to create a whole new race of people?
It was a way to bolster their dwindling workforce. I trust you're aware that the Helganquil are on the verge of extinction, yes? In essence, we were created to carry on their work for the Great Spirit after they all die. They gathered Danans who had an affinity for astral arts and proceeded from there. That's why we, as their descendants, can all cast arts, albeit to varying degrees.
Let me get this straight. Are you saying Renans were originally created from Danans that the Helganquil kidnapped?
Wait, that explains why almost nobody can use Astro Arts on Dana now.
I don't really like any of them.
Helganquil technology is truly amazing. The way they alter their bodies is far less invasive than your conventional surgeries. They have these tiny machines that are
I guess
practically
Alphen?
invisible, which they insert into their bodies and...
Enough. You needn't tell us anymore.
How can you speak so calmly about all of this?
Guess I can see how, when viewed in a certain light, their ways may sound grotesque. But if you ask me...
Yeah, I'll go with
ultimately
Alphen.
did us a
Alphen's my
favor.
favorite character.
They saved us from crawling the earth in ignorance. If it meant their hands had to get a little dirty in the process, then so be it. Anyway, the Helganquil are the real Renans. Personally, I don't think it's such a big deal. They're also mostly the ones behind what you see going on between the two planets. I think that covers just about everything worth knowing.
I see. Thanks for filling us in.
Does he really expect us to believe that Renans never truly existed?
I mean, the game's been...
Dohalim.
The game has been hinting at this for a long time. Dohalim, you are slow on the uptake, my friend. Definitely the slowpoke emote.
Then let's hope this is our last revelation for a while.
Also, Quinn, I see you said Roa and Vlav. I don't know why I didn't think to suggest Roa to you.
Do you know anything about a spirit channeling plan?
If you mean the first plan from 300 years ago, then yes. Do you know what its main objective was?
Yes. It was to use Lenegis to siphon off Dana's astral energy and send it to Rena.
Exactly. However, there were two problems we had to consider.
I think the real problem here is that, like,
send such a large quantity of
it really is kind of a lore dump. So
second, we had to figure out how to convert.
We don't
Dana's
even have,
energy
like,
so
we
it would be
literally don't know
compatible
who
with
these
Rena.
people are. We don't know why they're there, and they're explaining the major key end game plot points to us. Like, I feel like there should have been a smoother transition where you gradually discover these answers, maybe based on known characters, and not just have literal, like, random-ass NPCs with no names being like, actually, I know everything, and I'll just tell you everything, and it's like, oh.
For the next plan, we tried to recreate the Renis Alma.
Just Tails
but
things.
We didn't have nearly enough of the other non-dark astral energy types. To amend that, we set our sights on Dana, and implemented a system whereby we could extract energy from it.
And the crown contest began.
Correct. Since the Maiden had been the failing point in the previous plan, it was decided to replace her role with machinery to avoid further mishaps. A new sovereign had to be made as well. It was such tremendously difficult work, its success was dubious. But from the look of things, it would appear such worries were unfounded.
So that's what the purpose of that room we found in the Forbidden Zone was.
What about the flower that sprouted from Rena?
Flower? Oh, that thing. That's the physical manifestation of all the astral energy that's been harvested from Dana. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's quite a lot of energy.
Oh yeah, it's a big
It's
flower.
likely that it's become physically integrated with Rena's
For
planetary
sure.
structure.
Hevrecht 35 mentioned that the spirit channeling plan is entering its final stage. Is that true?
It is. I never thought I would live to see the day with my own eyes. And yet here we are. Are we done talking now? If it's all the same to you, I'd really rather not miss anything that's about to happen.
He talks like the potential end of the world is just another day on the job.
You've got to remember that these guys have been living alone up here for a long time. Who knows what shape their minds are in?
It feels like our whole world has been turned upside down. Is there anything we know that's still true at this point?
Seriously, I'm still trying to process the fact that we
It's
Renans
okay.
were created by the Helganquil, let alone the Sovereign.
At least the
Maiden
plot
stuff.
twist wasn't, we are all video game characters, and there is a 3D
All of this is a
world
lot to believe and take in.
full of corruption.
I think it's fair to say that we found the answers we've been looking for. Does everyone agree?
Agreed. Though I'll admit that I never expected it to all boil down to Rena's great spirit being behind everything.
Everything that's happened, everything we've endured, it's all because of astral energy.
And to get that energy,
the Great Spirit took control of the Helghan
Darn,
Quill.
so the end game
Then
villain was
Helghan
actually the
created the
planet
Renans,
this
who
whole
went on
time.
to invade and rule over the Danans.
Plus, the reason the Great Spirit can't directly control the Renans as well is likely because they were originally Danans all along.
Either way, I think it's fair to say we've all had a lot to take in at once. Maybe too much, even.
Yeah.
We should probably take it easy and rest our minds a bit. Why don't we all take some time to think things over before we decide?
Yeah, let's have a one-on-one conversation with
good
every
idea,
party
Kisara.
member
If the Renan Great
for like the
Spirit really
fourth
is
time.
behind
Let's
all
do that.
this,
That sounds like a
then
good idea.
We've got a really big fight ahead of us. Because it's not just Dana on the line, but Rena too.
Yeah,
If we're
maybe
going
we
to
go
do this,
sunbathing.
We need to be
That sounds
completely
relaxing.
Sure of ourselves. So let's go ahead and break off for now. We aren't in any immediate danger, so we should be okay. You sure you don't want to be alone right now?
I could ask you the same question.
I figured I'd get all my thinking in while walking around and checking up on everybody.
I'll go along with you. I'm interested to hear what's on everyone's minds, too.
Sounds good. Let's go find them.
Hey everybody, let's
Everyone's
break
just
up.
gone their own
Actually,
way,
I'm gonna
huh?
come find you guys,
Let's hit up
so
each spot.
go hide.
Everything we thought we knew.
Good
It was
lord.
all just a fabrication that the Red Women, that the Helghan Quill made up.
Right. Assuming we can believe anything that Hevrek 35
Ooh,
has told
it's
us,
all
that
very
is.
silly. It's all very
If
silly.
the names or anything to go by, it's possible the Helghan Quill could be behind the fruits of Helgen too.
I mean, it's got Helgen in the
But if
name.
Hevrek 35 was telling the truth, and this was all just one massive lie, does that mean everything we've done up until now has been pointless?
That would be
No, I don't
hilarious.
think so. Or at least I hope not. I think it just means we've lost our foothold for now. That's all.
Really? Well then, if we've lost it, I guess we'll just have to find another. All of us together. And if
The
we
villain
can't
was
find
Ellie
one,
Ghost.
then
No,
we'll
you
make a
stop
new
that.
one. End of story.
Make one, huh? I see.
Yeah, I said last stream, Thomas, that I think 10-2 has a better plot than this game. The problem with 10-2, though, is that you can miss vital story scenes, so you could completely not see things that are vital to the plot and still beat the game. That is a separate issue. And there's a lot of campy, goofy shit in, like, the other parts of the game. So that also works against it from, like, a narrative perspective. But this game's plot is, like... Oh, good. Give me a recipe, please. Or happy bottles. Delightful.
Oh,
A
it's
hot spring scene. Yeah, that was
Does he
terrible.
seem like he's doing any better now?
He who? Oh, you mean Dohalim, don't you?
I think
I know that we're all struggling
overall,
to wrap
though,
our minds
I'm
around
less
it all.
annoyed at this game's
He looked
plot
like he
than I
was
was at
taking it
Tales of
really hard
Berseria's.
What do you think about everything we've learned? About the Renans and the Great Spirit and all that?
On some level, I'm not even really sure what to think.
Hi,
to be
Judah.
honest. I mean, the
I
Great
I
Spirit
really
is like a
like
huge
visually
natural
what they did with this
disaster,
game.
but with a
And
mind
from a
and will of
gameplay
its own.
standpoint, it's very
But if
fun.
that thing's hell-bent
But the
on
plot
trying to
is
destroy our
nightmare.
planet, then the only thing left for us to do is stop it.
But I think Tales games have
As
always
for
had
the
very
Renans,
very
I
sus
suppose
plots.
my feelings on that are a bit more mixed.
How so?
Hey, Jarek.
Coexistence
Oh
between
God,
humans
did you do
and
the thing,
Renans
Jarek?
and Menancia is still a work in progress. In my case, I think that's partly because deep down,
LeBlanc
I was
voice
still
commands
on
for
guard
pride.
around Renans.
I'll add it to my
So-
to-do lists. Hey,
To be
Jarek,
told
where
that
were you
they're
yesterday?
best, that they're actually
I streamed
just
KOF for
like
4
us
hours.
Well, I guess it's a little deflating, to be honest.
You kept a pretty level head.
You mean about the Renans?
I had a friend coaching me
At the end
too.
of the day, the Helghan Quill and the Great Spirit are the ones who are responsible. But at the same time, I realize that not every Danon is necessarily going to believe that either.
I know you're already aware of this, but the list of grievances the Danons have against the Renans is long. And understandably so.
I thought about playing
And
Chizuru,
if
but
people
I'm
then
gonna stick
find
with
out that they're
Athena.
all actually one and the same, Yeah. I don't think they're going to take to it too kindly.
Even just among the Danans, I'm sure
I'm trying to make Ramon work.
And some who won't. I think if
So
we
I'm
can
doing
find a way
Athena,
to get
Ramon,
rid
and
of that
Yashiro.
imbalance, then we'll be in a truly good place.
Well, first we can try to figure out what to do about the existing conflicts we have.
Yeah. It'd be nice if one day people could learn to get past their hatred like Rinwell did.
It's no small task. We can't pretend like the past didn't happen and ask people to forget their very real pain and suffering.
Hey, Yashiro's like really good
Right.
now.
Everybody has their reasons for feeling the way that they do. But if we just keep yelling at each other about it, we'll never move on. In a worst-case scenario, it might lead to even more people getting killed.
And we all have to figure out how to meet halfway.
Yeah, I heard
Not
you
just
fought
that,
Reynolds.
but to also
At least you
embrace
didn't
each
get
other's
Joe
pain,
stun
in a
comboed to
sense.
death.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
It's true. Everybody has their own scars, their own trauma. The first step to healing those wounds is to put aside that hatred. It won't be achieved through reasoning, but I think it's a good first step, if nothing else. And now, I think I see a way to move forward. But to do that, first we need to make sure our planet isn't going to get wiped out.
Yeah, that's too bad.
You both seem awfully calm.
Only because after everything we've seen, we don't have the energy to keep being shocked.
How are you holding up, Rinwell?
We'll definitely play when I'm in Connecticut next
Shook
month.
you up a bit.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. I get this sinking feeling whenever I remember how Danon mages like my family were persecuted and died out. And now, I finally know why that is. But I was thinking, if Renans end up living together with Danons again, then mages won't be such an unusual thing to see on Dana anymore, right? I know it's not as simple as all that, but...
It doesn't make
Danons
sense
probably
why
won't
she's
be
able
so
to use
quick let their
astral
guards
arts, by the
down.
way. Shouldn't she just
And
be a
there might
Renin?
be Renans who still act superior because of their arts.
I feel like that's a
It wouldn't
plot hole.
surprise me. 300 years of bad blood and prejudice isn't going to be an easy thing to overcome.
Yeah. I know firsthand just how much hatred can take hold in your heart once you let it in.
Oh, we had to talk
Even
about
so,
that again, didn't
I was
we?
still able to change. And if I can change, so can anyone else. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I could use my position as both a Danon and a mage to help bring both sides together.
Rinwell.
That great spirit worries me too, though. Dana's will feels so warm and inviting. So why is Rena's will trying to destroy our entire planet?
Now that you mention it, Everett 35 and the other scientists here never really brought that up. Maybe they don't know either.
Maybe. But regardless, at the end of the day, Dana's still our home. There's no way we can let it be destroyed.
We won't. We'll keep it safe no matter what.
Oh, good. Let's see what Law is
I
thinking.
still can't believe it, man.
You're not the only one still trying to make sense of all this. Believe me.
Really? You've never struck me as the type of guy to get hung up on these sorts of things.
Did you forget what happened back in Thistleum? Once my memories started coming back to me, I felt completely and totally lost.
It was really that bad for you?
Yeah, it was. But thanks to Law and everybody else, I remembered that I still had things out there worth fighting for.
Man, I think you might be a better guy than me, Alphen. All I can remember thinking was, when's this guy gonna get his act together?
Law.
I was too worried about repeating the same mistakes I'd made back with my dad, and running away from the truth. That was no way to live. And I've tried to stay strong, my way. But all this talk about other races and the world ending, if I can be honest with you guys, it's just all too much for me to handle right now.
I know this is going to sound strange coming from me, but maybe the key is not to worry too much about the big stuff right now.
Oh?
I used to worry all the time about my thorns, for obvious reasons, but I never really opened up
Hey,
to
what's up,
anyone
Grant?
about them. And when I realized my visions pointed to a threat that was bigger than me,
Happy
I
Thursday.
didn't know what I should do or who to tell. But that's when I finally got it. You guys were all there for me, to teach me what's really important. I just had to open up and listen.
In other words, if you let the big picture stuff get you all muddled up inside, you'll begin to lose sight of what you really care about. Yeah, I think you're right.
The thing that's most important, what I really care about, all I want to do is protect the people that really matter to me, to fight for them. That's good enough, right?
Not everyone is strong enough to fight.
Huh?
It's something your dad told me once when he was still alive. Law, you know you're strong enough to fight, and you're strong enough to protect the people you care about. Forget all the big stuff going on. Just don't lose sight of what you want to protect in the first place. Sound good?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it does. It's like a big weight's been lifted off my shoulders. I'll fight to protect the people around me. Just like I always have. I think that's best.
Great.
I apologize for making you witness that.
You mean hearing the origins of the Renans?
Indeed. It's shocking to have so many things I thought to be indelible fade away in mere seconds.
Even I'm still not sure everything we've heard here is actually true.
Let's not delude ourselves. If what we've heard is a lie, it's a rather elaborate one. I can only imagine that you must have been constantly feeling like this, ever since your memory returned, Alphen. And you as well, Shion. About your thorns, and being a maiden.
That's just part of being alive, don't you think?
Well, to say the least. But enough about me. I'm not concerned for myself. What concerns me is all of the other Renans out there.
When you say the other Renans, you mean the ones that are living on Lenegis or Dana, right?
Correct. Even if we stop the Great Spirit from annihilating Dana, our problems will still remain. Putting aside the untold state that Rena may be in, if we do not truly belong there, we will have to think long and hard about where it is that we wish to return to.
So, I guess your only real choices at this point are to either stay on Lenegis, or come down to Dana, huh? And right now, Lenegis might not even be a safe option.
Oh, please. He's gonna end up the leader of
Renans
Lenegis.
are hardly likely to embrace Renans
Or
with
like,
open arms.
the Renin King.
The issue is forced. Things
I
could
can
turn
see
dire.
it.
There is, after
And
all,
Kasara's gonna
3
marry
centuries
him.
worth of hatred to overcome between us. And the victims of our rule have absolutely every right to feel animosity towards us Renans. Our own circumstances as the aggressors are irrelevant.
I didn't expect the former Lord of Menancia to be so down about people reconciling.
Menancia's fate was a stroke of good luck. There had been backlash over how it had been ruled, and I was blessed to have sympathizers among my ranks. Still, even now, there remain ardent dissidents.
But things can still change if you have the right people to help lead the way. Isn't that what you hope to achieve on Lenegis, after this is all over?
Indeed. I have fully accepted the burden of that responsibility. In that regard, I remain determined. On that note, I have something of a favor to ask of you, Alphen.
Oh? What is it?
I wish for you to serve as a mediator so that the Renans can live on Dana peaceably. As the one and only blazing sword, I suspect the Danans may listen to what you have to say when problems arise.
And I take it that you'll be the one to represent the Renans?
Yes. I realize that I'm asking quite a lot of you. However, the fact of the matter is that it will take time for Renans to re-enter Danan society without any bloodshed. That is why...
You're the same.
Well, why don't we do a few years of slavery, you know, forced servitude.
Relax.
And then
You
we
get
could
so
call the
tense
score
and
even.
formal when you're asking for a favor. Listen, there's no need for that. We're friends.
You're too kind. I can see you were raised well.
That's some high praise, Alphen.
Then I'll ask once again.
I know.
This time just as friends. Alphen, will you help me?
Same.
You don't even need to ask. Of course I will.
Thank you, my friend.
Alright, we talked to everybody.
Well, It sounds like everyone's learning from their past and using it to create a better future for everyone.
What about you, Shion? How do you feel about the origin of the Renans?
To be honest, I'm not really all that shocked, actually. I mean, I might be a Renan in the literal sense, but I've never really felt like one of them. Right now, it's kind of a mystery.
How do you mean?
Because for a really, really long time, all I ever thought about was how I was going to die. Not if or when, but how. I thought I'd die alone. That fate had me in its steely grip. I would have never imagined that I'd be traveling with someone like you, fighting to save Rena and Dana. I mean, how could I have? It's been going on for 300 years. All this tragedy and destruction. When you consider the Helganquil's part in all this, it's been even longer than that. It was Naori's hope that somehow someone in the future would be able to stop it
problem.
Before it was too late. How it fell on us, of all people.
We are dangerously close to the end of this game as well, so I think we might actually...
hoping that we would just stop
maybe I'll stream this during the day tomorrow.
She considered me.
Since we got about an hour and a half left for this game's block today, maybe we'll try to beat it tomorrow.
I don't think.
Oh yeah, Jarek, we're playing 13 Sentinels in an hour and a half.
Hurting each other. Maybe this is what she meant.
It'll be my third time streaming it.
We were talking to Kisara earlier.
Yeah.
Stuff like everyone's needing to.
It's our visual novel that we're playing through right now. I love it.
She said that the first step down that path was for each of us to put aside our own hatred. That means forgiving other people. Even and especially before they forgive you.
Who's the Jarek character and why is it Yuki?
So it goes both ways, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't just mean forgiving things that happened in the past either. Conflicts will keep happening.
Oh yeah, pull up the schedule, Tom.
And building a better future, we have to all learn to forgive each other.
More like my sixth, no? I was counting the
without even meaning to.
Taka
better than most.
Hijimura Taka something.
It's not going to be
the guy from the 1940s.
But if we can do it, I'm sure there'll come a time when we can all truly understand each
other. Either that or I could see you liking Pompadour-chan.
I too want to protect the
world.
Oh
yeah, that's Ogata.
And all the people we care about. I think that's the very least I can do to repay Naori.
Yeah, guess who my favorites are, Jarek.
Yeah.
I really like Yuki. She's on the list. She's like top 5.
And I'm going to fight for it.
Whoa there, Savior Girl. We're here to save you too, you know.
Yes, I know. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I want to live.
The Paul one. Sorry, you have to be more specific. Yeah, I think I agree. I think the whole cast might be amazing except for Megumi.
Is everybody ready to do what needs to be done?
I am. There's a lot to think about, but at the end of the day, Dan is still in danger. I don't care who we're up against. We'll kick their ass.
What are your thoughts, Alphen? I want to know what's on your mind.
Shinonome. Which one is that?
Like Law said, if we have to fight the Great Spirit on Rena, then so be it. It's trying to rob us of our entire world. And it's going to take not just our home, but all of
Oh, Ryoko?
That alone is enough to make it our enemy. But it's not only that. One way or another,
I don't know anything about her, so whatever.
It's going to be tied to us saving Shion.
Anyway, Jarek, my favorites are Miura, Sekigahara,
there's a chance?
Probably Yuki, to be honest.
You're referring to the vision of destruction we all saw in Lenegus, I take it?
Yeah. 3 centuries
Oh, I'm not really a fan of Fuyusaka either.
Ceremony showed Naori that vision. And to hear Shion tell it, it's the same one that she
Code
sees from her
Ryoko.
own thorns as well.
Good one.
Shion's thorns are comprised of dark astral energy, the one type which we know is native only to Rena. And if Rena's great spirit is what's behind Dana's pending destruction, then...
Shion's thorns are the Great Spirit? It's not actually on Rena like we thought?
What?
We don't know anything for certain.
Yeah, Natsuno with her
At the very
robot.
least, though, I
BJ,
think it's
is that his
possible
name?
her thorns are a part of the Great Spirit.
While the main body resides in Rena.
Amiguchi is nice too.
Shion.
If these thorns really are a part of Rena's Great Spirit, I'm going to go over there and give it a piece of my mind and then some.
The question is, how do we confront it? Suffice it to say, that flower growing out of Rena is enormous, large enough to house the will of an entire planet. The Wedge and Lenegis were both hard enough for us to overcome in their own right.
It's a shame
This is
you
an
got it now
altogether
because they
greater
patched the
challenge
game
for
to
merely
make some
6.
stuff less broken. The battle mode has not been
And we
too
only
hard
know
yet,
about the Thorns
so we'll
connection
see
thanks to
if my
Naori.
opinion on that changes.
Hevric 35 has been observing the Great Astral Spirit this whole time. It wouldn't ask us to fight it unless it has a plan of some sort. Let's go see what that is.
Yeah. I turned it up to hard, and I was like, if it's too hard, I'll just turn it down to normal.
Our minds are made up. Let's...
So wait a minute. How did they
So if
arrive
the
at the
Sovereign
conclusion
and
that
Maiden
the
were
thorns are
originally
the Great
boot-up
Spirit?
programs for Lenegis, what about now?
Even with the Forbidden Zone in ruins,
I zoned
and
out.
Rena's almost stolen, Lenegis is functioning fine. If it needed us before, it doesn't appear to now.
First they lumber you with a position you never asked for, then you're discarded like you're nothing? Who the hell do they think they are?
More importantly, who do they think we are? We might not even factor into their list of concerns.
I just hope everyone on Lenegis is safe.
Worst comes to worst, Lenegis is equipped with a large number of starships that people can escape in. As long as the whole satellite doesn't suddenly explode or something, they should be fine.
Wait, explode?
In any case, if we're truly going to make a difference, it's on Rena we're needed, not Lenegis. The people there will be fine, I'm sure of it.
Right.
Okay. This game is making me want to drink. Let's save. Well, it's not socially acceptable drinking a clock
Do you
yet.
have your answer for me?
We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that?
That's a great question, actually.
You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
The great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Rather, its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the great spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience, and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And how are we supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Renis Alma. You will also need the assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy. Using their powers,
today's the
Maiden
Queen's
shall seal
birthday?
the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Renis Alma to destroy
UK figurehead chin.
Hold on. That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the thorns with her.
She was actually right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit.
I feel like she's
and
probably
disperse
older
its
than
energy
70.
widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the Maiden once we manage to
I
beat
thought
the
she
great
was
astral
old
spirit?
anyways.
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
So it really will kill me.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the Great Spirit, and is therefore our most reliable option.
What are our other options?
There is little reason to consider alternative courses of action when the most optimal among them is so clear.
You don't get it. I promised Shion that she wouldn't die, that we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall
She's
lead to the
96?
fewest
Oh,
losses in
jeez.
preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational.
That's...
It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, the Great Spirit descended.
Well, she could have been
upon
queen
Lenegis
for
in an attempt
70
to
years.
assume direct
If she,
control
I
of
mean,
the
she just
spirit
would have started when she was
channeling ceremony.
26.
We have reason to believe the Great Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the Maiden belongs to the core, and can be used by the great astral spirit to revive itself. So long as it remains, it will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the Great Spirit. That is why it is necessary for it to be vanquished only once it is whole.
God, imagine
Without
being
the
almost
Maiden's
100
direct
years old.
control over the Great Spirit, attacking it is futile, and will only
The number of
serve to
things that
strengthen
she's lived through.
No.
Wait. Naori said that the Renis Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns can be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit? Seeing
Yeah.
as the thorns are simply part of it?
Well, can it?
It is true that the Renis Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the great astral spirit.
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony. Considering that the Renis Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed, I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply too great.
What does that mean?
Well, we're
for
gonna
us
do it
if we
anyways,
won't allow
thank
it?
you.
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Why you?
Fine then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing. We want to stop Dana from getting
We should put some
destroyed.
sunglasses on
We
him.
want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alphen.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
Wow.
You'll agree?
I am an observer. The Sovereign, Maiden, and Renis Alma are my species' greatest achievement. I wish to see how well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
That's pretty much a
What are we supposed
tanning
to do about the
bed
Renis Alma?
that
One
he's
of your
in.
buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
Kisara's probably jealous.
It is likely that the Renis Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dana's astral energy.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower, then.
I have one more question. You've said that Rena's great astral spirit is already integrated with the planet. What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Without the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, the energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it, we'll still be in danger?
Likely, the collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Man, I wish that
Oh
thing
my,
would talk
hello
to us straight
Tux.
for once.
This is an emergency.
Hevrek 35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar is all. Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Excellent.
But I want to make one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to us. We're not doing it for your sake, or because you told us to. Remember that.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same.
Ew, no,
Repair
the
work
bus is
on your
nasty.
starship has commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
However, buying gasoline for a car right now is ridiculous.
Is the Renis Alma really our only hope?
I paid
against the Great
$60 to fill my tank a few
There
days
has
ago.
to be another way, right?
Shion's Firemaster Core was able to suppress astral energy to prevent it from gaining sentience, right? Couldn't we make use of that somehow?
I'm not sure. In small doses, maybe. And with the amount of energy we're talking about here.
Oh my.
Back in Calaglia, the Blazing Sword was able to take in a whole spirit vessel's worth of energy. If it has the capacity to manage that, it can do this, right?
Except after it absorbed
Oh,
the energy, it
Jam,
ended
is
up
that
releasing
you?
It all moments later, remember?
I could use that
Let's
money
not
too.
forget,
Maybe I
it
should
nearly
sell my
killed you.
car.
Besides, this is the great spirit we're talking about, not a paltry vessel. Even if
No, I
could use
appreciate
the
my
Master
freedom
Core,
too much.
Your body wouldn't be able to take the strain of channeling that much energy.
Hevrek 35 didn't mention it, and it did not seem the type to skimp on details. So assuming it's even possible...
Jam, we had a long
the
fighting game
chances are
segment
slim to
yesterday.
none.
You're
We
probably
streamed
right.
for like 4 hours, King of Fighters. Super fun. Now we're getting lost in whatever this is. Oh, hello, Zephyr.
You still thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Renans really come from?
Holy.
I am.
Remember when I said I
Not
hope
for
that there's
myself.
gameplay this stream?
You're worried about the future of the Renan people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Danans further reason to resent us.
But you still
How are we
intend
doing
to
today,
confront
Zephyr?
this truth head on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead. Even as I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated
You
to the
also
cause.
gave that woman permission to
sure
kill
you'll do
you,
great.
and you had accepted it, so what?
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light.
I feel like we're
Thanks
playing a
to your
visual
reforms,
novel, but it's really
we were
bad.
able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that. There were those of you who were good, and that was a start.
Alco has
When it
3
comes
jumps.
down
Yeah,
to
she has
it,
3 jumps and
Renans
2
are
air
just
dashes.
people. They can be good or bad, just like Danans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yeah, it is. When you can pull someone aside and talk to them.
Her air
one-on-one,
dashes are stubby though, so
then
be
you
careful.
have the chance
Finn.
to come to an understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
I understand what you're saying, but we're talking about massive numbers of Renans and Danans alike.
Oh!
Realistically speaking, surely they won't all
Oh
be
my
able to get along.
goodness!
Even if we end up butting heads with one person, Maybe we'll find better luck on
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Jam. The whole stream has kind of been like this. We had one fight. No, I'm sorry. It was a boss fight, and then like I think 3 or 4 battles.
To form real bonds and do away with the hierarchy.
And yesterday's segment of this was also like this, like a solid 2.5 hours of dialogue.
That's the ideal future you hope.
But not like normal dialogue, like this game's dialogue.
I think it would make for a fine tribute to my brother's legacy. Though, that said, I would be doing it for the people of the future first and foremost.
Naruto in space.
Do you still plan to return to Lenegis when this is over?
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Lenegis proper, however. My first order of business may be to find somewhere to live.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
As I shall ever keep in mind.
Just propose to him.
If you ever need a helping hand,
do it,
don't
Kisara.
hesitate to come get me. I'll always be there for you, Doe.
Did you just... Never mind. Thank you, Kisara. I appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, now that we know the two of us aren't so different after all, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between us?
Well, there's still your armor to get through.
I hadn't actually thought of it that way before. But I do like the sound of it.
It's not a tail.
I think I do too.
It's just a weird thing she has that looks kind of like a tail. Oh no, not a scene with them.
Why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well, if everything we've heard about the Great Spirit is true, then we're getting close to our final battle. So I wanted to apologize while I can.
Apologize? For what?
I said your wings look stupid.
I was being real stupid before.
Oh.
About whether Dana's will had been controlling us and all that.
It's because, Jam, they have to defeat the will of the planet to save their planet.
Was being questioned. So,
because the planet they thought they were traveling to was actually a giant flower laser beam.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something. Of course you were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you really trust Dana's will, don't you? Is it because you can sense it a lot more than the rest of us? Because you can understand it?
Yeah, get your facts straight, Jam.
I think that might be part of it. But I think I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Remember how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Also...
Yeah, of course. Because you were always on the run. And
oh, we're on a space station that's separate from everything, with the Observer, who basically is this, like, elder...
It was the first time
creature of people that inhabited Rena, and the people that were Renans are not actually Renans, they're just genetically modified Danans. And they were led to believe that Rena had a race of superior people, but it actually, in fact, did not.
To connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So
that's why the barrier came down, because they realized that they're all the same.
Yeah.
Oh, and something Shion's thorns are the will of the planet that they need to defeat.
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way.
Oh yeah, Law is a 1 out of 10 character.
That's enough for me. So I'll trust it because you do.
Rinwell, I like slightly, but only because she's a caster with a bob.
Planet's great spirit reaching us here?
Yeah?
That's not quite true. I can feel just a little bit of Rena's inside you and everyone else.
You... what?
I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own. But I think that's how Dana's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dana's will inside each of us? in a way, doesn't that mean we're all Dana's will?
I like it that the wings keep, like, obscuring him.
Well, like you said, unless Dana's energy comes together, it has no will. So if we all have a little bit of Dana's astral energy inside us...
Yeah, maybe...
Hevrick 35 might know the answer. But, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't need to ask it.
I
my own.
think I agree
I
mostly,
fight for who
Jam.
I want to fight for.
But only as of about an hour ago, because the redhead character did literally nothing in the plot until an hour ago.
So thanks, Rinwell, for sharing that with me.
Oh, the armor blonde is... She's really dumb.
To be honest, the only reason I was suspicious...
I think I actually
Dana's
prefer
will,
Rinwell over her.
Well, I mean, it mostly was... I feel like
The
you and I
electric
had grown
blonde,
apart
she's
lately,
really stupid.
and
They're
I was
all really
worried it
stupid.
was because...
Huh?
Never mind. Nothing. Just forget about it.
Huh? No, what were you saying?
Saying? I don't remember
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were
No,
thinking?
that's not what I'm saying.
Then spit it out already.
Oh.
You sure you don't want to get some rest?
Another cutscene.
I've got too much on my mind. Especially knowing how close our last battle is. How are you doing, Shion?
Yeah, their upgrades
Same
look
as
good.
you, still trying to absorb everything.
Not Dots and
Remember when
Dammy
it
having
was
the
so
same
simple?
idea.
We're only fighting all the lords on Dana?
See, there it is, Jam. There's the
Well, that
laser
feels
flower.
like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
See? Now do you
Ages and
understand?
ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave. Like
This is just perfect.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
Touch me when this is all
If
over.
we can't find the Renis Alma, there's something I want you to do.
Oh. No.
Like Hevrick 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Renis Alma back, you'll use the blazing sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the blazing sword may not have the strength of the Renis Alma. But it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything that
Listen,
we've...
the Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. Renans and Danans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face
Well, you
it,
see, Jam,
but
the
we
planet
need to
is
be
in
prepared
grave
for anything.
danger.
We can't second guess ourselves when the time comes. I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got. But if it comes down to it...
It comes down to it, and
I
you
need
have
you
to
to be
kill me.
prepared too.
Maybe people will like this game slightly more.
Okay.
I would honestly be really mad if after all this she just
But you
dies
should know
anyway.
that I'm not going to give up on you, Shion. I'm going to fight this until the very end. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Elfin. Okay, I understand. And I'll forgive you.
Thank you, Shion.
So it's a promise then?
Yeah, it's a promise.
Green. The best one of all was
I
Reen.
remember how I felt the first time you touched me. My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would
I actually
always
really
linger
want them to
behind
live
their eyes.
happily ever
In my
after.
entire life, I never had
I'm gonna be
someone
honest.
willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you. I don't have words for
If
the
they
shock I
don't,
felt
I'm
in
gonna
that
be
moment.
upset.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before.
Do it.
But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
And then we'll hug all the time.
I do, because Shion,
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
Oh my god, I will be legitimately upset if we have to kill her anyways. I will go on Tails' strike. I will be so mad. Oh.
Everybody get enough rest? You ready for this?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Yeah, that's true. I can only
Relatively
handle
straightforward.
so many of
We
these
need only to
games
send down
so
to
often. Like, I think the
Great
last time we
Spirit
played a Tails game before
restore
this
stability
was
to both worlds.
2
We're fighting
years.
for a new future for both
No
Dana and
longer.
Luna.
3 years.
We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you?
Oh yeah,
Hector?
aliens show up in Tails
You can
games
see us from
almost
where you
every
are?
single game, Jam.
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Phase.
I stick to my words though, this game's plot
Maybe
is
we should
still
give
better
Hector
than
25 a
Berseria.
break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship.
Berseria's
Now
plot
make
was...
use of its warp drive.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquil, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage.
It's
As
the
such,
race of...
It would be illogical.
It's
to
the
risk
race
success
of the
mission
people
in
that
a vain
produce
attempt
the
to
lake
save my
making
kind.
fruit, also known as
We
lychees.
understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Oh yeah, it's also a synonym for
Come
NyQuil.
on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
No.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, The maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come to...
Well, you see, I was locked in a hibernation chamber where I had a 10% chance to live. And it somehow preserved my youth.
Interactions. The likelihood of such events.
See, you really wish you hadn't asked that question.
Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
That's the observer, Jam.
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the phone.
Yeah, we better skit about that. Oh, we're locked out of fast travel. Give me a quick second, guys. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. Oh, we will. Okie dokie, guys, we're back. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we poured a glass of wine. I think it will go well with this plot. Not a rage pee, not a rage pee. Just like a... It's an acceptance pee. Ah, yes. Cheers, Tom. We've got about 47 minutes. Oh, and cheers, Phil. We've got about 47 minutes until it is time for, 13 Sentinels. Oh, are you having some wine as well, Zephyr? I was playing some Genshin and heard the magic word. Oh, perfect. I haven't played Genshin yet today. Aww. Shoot, it's just a bad cold or what? You got an Amos bow? What is that? Is that a 5-star bow? What is this? What is this absurd luck you're having recently, Marsfire?
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that
I didn't even know you're playing Dislight. That's pretty cool. What's the main stat on it? Crit damage? Oh. Pretty. Oh, okay, the effect makes it very Ganyui.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world?
I guess we're just gonna
entire
pull
ocean
more
is
terms out of our butt.
that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day,
Now is not the time for
Rena
poetry,
was probably
Dohalim.
just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining
Yeah.
remnants of
We've been
Renan
streaming for 3 hours and we've played, I want to say, 5 battles. A boss and then 4 random
If the
encounters.
darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Wait, are you sure you don't want to disperse the party and have one-on-one conversations with everybody first? Or is that going to be later? Oh, the last remnants. You get it, Quinn?
So this is Rena.
Skip time.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see.
Triggered.
What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
I feel like the plot was a lot more
essentially
interesting
a
when they were
world-sized
still involved in,
graveyard.
like, just killing the
Are
leaders
you
of the crown
proposing to
contest. I
disturb
feel like
the
they could
dead
have gone a
slumber
different
just to
direction.
satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something.
God.
So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Rena's Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime.
I feel like it's not fair, though, to judge
problem isn't
JRPGs
just our
based on
innate
this
strength.
game.
It's that it's sentient.
This
too.
is like an extreme
And you
case
can
of
do
everything that
anything you like. It's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In
could
other
go
words,
bad.
We need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
It is uncanny, though. Each Tales
Make it
game
easier to
has this
attack, at
problem,
least.
I will
And
say.
if we can manage to divert
Where the
enough
plot just
energy
gets to
away
a
from
point
the
where you're
spirit's
like,
core, even temporarily,
okay.
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the
I also
Rena's
feel
Alma,
like I never
which we
really
can
care
then
about
use to
any of the
seal
characters in
away
a
forever.
Tales game.
It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up.
Something about Tales games, oh my god, are just super hollow.
Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans start oppressing their own.
Renans, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day...
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
A Pengy-approved
That's where we
plot.
come in. We can set the
I mean, we've
example.
played lots of JRPGs on
Imagine
stream that I approved of the
a world
plot.
where magic and astral arts are used to help people, where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them
Yeah, I totally
ourselves.
planned to have this cutscene on during Pride Month. You've got to be kidding.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Ah, get it because she likes
And you can do
fishing.
all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
Say what you will about
Really gonna be
TMS,
giving
but
it
it
serious
changed
thought just
it
yet.
changed the course
A
of this
man can
stream
dream, though.
forever.
A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim,
Oh yeah.
dreams have a habit
To be honest,
No need to stay
E-tier,
with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
that's kind of what
Why do
I'm
I
feeling
feel
about
this
this
is less of a
game.
compliment and more of an ultimatum.
Just a friendly suggestion.
The problem is, it's kind of like Genshin syndrome, where a lot of the time there's a ton of dialogue, but they're not always talking about a lot of, like... The conversations feel weirdly empty considering how long they are, and this has been a problem the entire game. So there's multiple teleporter paths, meaning that this is going to be a long-ass final dungeon.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen.
I would take it a step further, Quinn, and say I don't think the Tales series was ever good.
At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
No.
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, while I've got you, what's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat?
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle!
Ow, ow, ow! Seriously, what the hell? You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of
I
units,
think...
like a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we
I
go,
think,
we always end up bumping into them.
the main difference is that when characters banter in other games, if you care about the characters, you don't mind it as much.
Certainly in all of my years, I've never
But
heard of
Tails
them
does a
insisting
really
such a
bad
massive
job about
facility
making
on
me
Dana,
care about the
let
characters in my
alone
party.
The only thing I can think of then is that the
I can
Pharaoh
really
must be
only
reaching
trace
for
that to
them
not
alone.
writing the characters
There's
very
also
well.
no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
Exposition
First
delivery.
people made Zeugles, and then we let them go.
Um,
We're trying to kill them
Regarding
because
your
they're
comment
afraid.
about Melty Quinn, just
We
think
really
of
have
your
always seen
B&Bs
their worst,
as
huh?
like doing
I hope we find a way to be able
most
to
characters
live side
chaining
by
to a
side with them
special
one day.
It's a nice thought.
and
but they
end
attack
up
towns
doing
and
the auto
cities.
combo as
What
like
else are we
the
supposed to
last
do?
part of their
Aside from
combo.
the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
So you'll do a bunch of shit
If
and
we
then
had
end it with
distinct
like
territories that didn't
BBBBB air
overlap,
combo
that might reduce
into
the danger they
BC
pose.
air throw.
Well,
And then if you
when we
air
look at
throw
it that
without
way,
using your double jump, you can double jump
People
after
and
the
Zeugles
air
aren't
throw.
so different after all.
Oh god. Not Kevin adding me about Street Fighter 6.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
Guess we'll have to kill them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, We've got no choice.
Oh hey, gameplay.
I knew there was something
Level
up here.
53. Wait, there's 5 of them?
No choice but to beat them at their own game. Rending you apart. I could do without it.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm going to need to use this one's mine. In here.
Double Demon Fang!
Let's get you up with Lunar Corruption.
Severing Wind!
Leave the enemy's arms to me.
Milky place here.
Jeez.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll smash you.
I may have bit off more than I could chew.
Double Demon Fang!
Shine.
Exploding?
Don't get caught in the blast. Get toasty.
Get toasty.
Where are you going?
Burn! No escape! Swallow Blade! Try this!
You must be tired of young. I'm merely doing what I can.
Glad Rana still hanging.
I'm ready.
Zara, frozen.
Hammer.
Hammer.
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Well done.
Can't get out of this.
Raging storm.
Stardust!
Celestial
Anything in armor is all mine. Begin.
Coming through! Ha!
Yeah,
Scarlet Inferno!
the combat is really cool in this game.
Flashing bang.
It's really fun and flashy.
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this.
I'm just so sick of
If it
them
happens again, you
talking.
won't find me hesitating to act.
Okay.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the
You're
center
stuck
of
in
the
13
planet?
Sentinels? Dun dun
These guys
dun.
built Lenegus, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
28
If
minutes
they
till we
had
started.
the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once. before the Renin Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary,
Yes.
I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Unbelievable.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. Oh, even before that. Just how many people, Renin or Danon,
I'm gonna put my fan in the window. I'll be right back.
Regarding the past 3 centuries, at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either
Paper
brave or out
cuts.
of
You
your
stop
mind.
that, Quinn.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us.
Back to your
Might make
melty
things harder
training.
for ourselves.
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
That all? That all you gotta say? That it?
This won't be easy.
Oh, I...
Don't be such a pessimist.
Yeah, I fucked that up. I wasn't close enough.
See what I can do.
Denied! Illuminate the dark!
Shine, radiant light, boost of regeneration.
Between heaven and earth. A wailing blast of your lightning!
harder!
Don't suffer in
Explosion! Destroy! It'll bring you down! Air thrust! A whirling struggle! Wind of heaven! Strike!
Strike!
Prepare to be sealed on every foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing!
Try this!
Fierce evil!
Here I come! Severing wing! Stardust!
Now!
Soaring blast. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Genesis!
Hear my call!
Not today!
Raging Cascade! Do it! Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Overlord, save you.
Astral Energy!
You're mine!
Illuminate the dark!
Swallow blade!
Holy Glimmer!
Dazzle! Stardust!
Do it! Launch! Demons descend!
Flashing fang.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danans?
I'd say it's likely. Which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danans too.
Yeah, I can't believe every
Which
fight
must
leads to a
mean that
skit.
the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us.
Crazy.
Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Shion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
I don't believe you. Are we almost out of energy in E7 for the day? Oh my goodness.
this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
So I'm assuming fast travel opens up after we get to the first point that warps us back to the beginning?
What the?
Whoa.
Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
I bet you I could go back and do some of those quests now. Like that cave quest where the enemies were like level 50 and I was all spooked.
I don't feel like my usual self. Are you alright? Let me handle this one.
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
All yours, Kisara.
Reinforcements? That'll bring you down.
Wind! Blood! Rending you apart! Bloody nothing gets by me! Mirage! Wind!
Here's evil.
Freeze it!
By the power of flame! Venus without a trick! Holy land! Not in your dreams!
You're mine!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Take this! Burn in hell!
You can't get out of this!
Swallow blade!
Freeze Lancer!
Save you! You're mine! Try that! Infernal turret!
This one's mine! Where are you going?
No escape! I'm ready! Grimma!
Astral energy!
Say no more! More? Make it back! Severing wind! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come! Swallow blade! Try this! Infernal turret! No escape! Wind! Cure!
Jeez.
Devastation! Rising phoenix! Wind! Soaring blast! Surely! In an instant! Impact block! More? Double demon fang!
Bring you down!
Wow, this is a lot of enemies. Jeez.
This one's mine! Chain between heaven and earth! A wailing dance of lightning!
In a bind! Let free!
Glacial spear! Here's evil! Winds of heaven!
Smash you! Slash!
Freeze
Swallow
Lancer!
blade!
Outstanding form!
I'm ready! Demon fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
More of them?
Oh, violent darting wind! Confiscated! Water, hear my call! Red! Primed and red! Now!
It said that one of these enemies is
You don't mess around!
level 38.
Severing wind! Soda! Negative gate! Hurricane force! Mirage! Burn in hell! Swallow blade!
The fluidity of your moves
Do it! Kisara, frozen!
Hammer! More Zuko?
Keep calm and take them down! Eat dirt!
Take this! Severing wind!
Neon, astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Naturally! That'll bring you down!
Yeah, welcome to this Tales game. And Tales games in general, honestly. I have 20 attacks, and every time I use one, I am gonna say its name.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Glacial spear!
You picked the wrong fight!
Not in your dreams! Freeze Lancer! Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! More? Double demon fang!
How long is this gonna go on? They do. Not on my watch! I think we can all agree, though, the best thing that we got out of this game was Gemini Aqua! Where are you going? Good lord.
Denied! Swallow blade! Severing wind! Stalagmite! Stardust!
I never miss!
Devastation! Stardust!
Take it!
Mirage!
It's over! Radiant here!
Flash! Swallow blade! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! You're mine! Severing wind! Stardust!
Do it! A wailing astral energy!
Say no more!
Yeah, I think the first hour is only seen as good because the game didn't have a chance to go crazy at that point. Like, there was still all the possibilities, like, that the game was gonna have a better plot than it ended up having.
I think I'm getting stronger.
That was a freak load of enemies.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogles somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
Don't get careless!
Don't tell me! Devastation! Rising Phoenix!
Oh well, we just fought these enemies for 1,000,000 hours, so it should be fine.
No further! Come and face me! It got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
I'm ready! Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
Here I go!
Elusive deity!
Supernova!
Rotating
Arctic waterfall!
Seismic
Hurry!
wind! Wind!
Right, here I go! I'm only getting started together!
Soaring light spear!
Radiant
Flame inside me!
Do it!
To be let free! All yours, Kisara!
A chain between heaven and earth! A wailing dusty of lightning! Here! Damn it! I'll let the marksman handle this! Savior! First aid! Not on my watch! Where are you going? Do it!
Blow them away!
Where are you going? Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy
Double
quiver!
demon fang! In a vine!
Holy
Severing
lamp!
wind!
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
There's still another one?
Nothing gets by me! This one's all mine!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Yeesh.
My exploits are bearing fruit. This one will be difficult to predict.
Armor won't save you! On your knees!
Chain between heaven and earth! A wailing dusty of lightning!
Wind!
Without a trace!
Mirage! Wind!
This one's mine!
We've been smelling to me.
Yeah! And bubbling to me! Take this! Feel my weary Easter!
Take it! I can't hold on much longer!
Infernal current!
We're gonna run out of CP soon.
Severing wind!
Lightning to the power of thunder! Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
Slash!
A chain
Swallow
between
blade!
heaven and earth!
Infernal current! In a vine! Severing wind!
Hear my call!
Be still!
Not much longer to go!
Come on! One final push!
Let's do this together, Alphen!
There! Now you see what I can do! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! I'm ready!
Out of ammo! Here's a
Severing wind! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Shimmer!
astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them!
All in a day's work.
Oh my. Okay. Big encounter.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Oh.
I shall provide assistance.
Two heads. If it's in the sky, they're mine. I never miss.
No further! Win! Devastation! They smite with blackened blade!
Prepare to be sealed, though, please. Actually, perhaps found is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing. I don't even know the word defeat.
Yeah, let's kill the babies first, maybe. It's a pretty tough group. Oh, we got stunned. Can someone heal me, please? Oh god. Oh!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Already!
They smite with blackened blade! Vacuum blade!
Not on my watch!
Double demon fang! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Nice. Oh god.
No further!
Here's a healing art!
Yeah, please kill the ad, thank you.
This one's got your name on it!
A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Oh wow, the other ad is still alive?
Thanks, Fiona.
Be careful not to
Ooh.
overdo
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
As impressive as always.
Okay, now it's just down to this one.
Even better than ever. I've never seen Sion actually look good.
Take this! Severing wind!
Holy Land!
Searing gale!
Chain between heaven and earth!
Swallow blade! Not today!
Banshee of lightning!
Nice.
Here I come!
Severing wind! Negative gale! Ready and ready!
Another incantation ruined.
This one's mine! Lightning orb!
Ow, we burnt through so much CP.
Armor won't save you!
Holy crap. Okay. Well, we got it to about half HP so far.
Can't get out of
A
this!
wailing Banshee of lightning!
Burn it hell!
Far enough! Sealed! I can't hold on much longer!
Okay, here I go!
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too.
Jeez, look how much CP we've gone through. Oh lord. Oh, I...
Devastation! Soaring light spear! Rising phoenix! No time to let it rip! The flame inside me
I
yearns
never
to be
miss.
let free!
Don't mind if I do.
Not today!
Hear me! Raging Fury!
Swallow blade! Lightning
Water! Here I come!
A thrilling performance.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Double demon fang!
Do it!
Look sharp!
Alright, down it goes finally.
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
This'll make us even more.
A9 vests.
More formidable.
the landing.
Another big boy? Wow, we.
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me!
Heal my weary I can carve through armor! Denied! As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
Ah, I called Kisara just a second too early. When will I learn that I'm supposed to save her attack for these things? Alright, cut into it. Oh, I took the hit.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Raging Cascade!
Double Demon Effect!
Try harder! Not on my watch!
Swallow Blade! Infernal Torrent!
That'll bring you down!
Try harder!
Woo!
Not a chance! Severing Wind!
Oh boy. Alright, saving
In a bind!
saving Kisara's for when it starts charging.
You picked the wrong fight! Searing Gale! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Breath of life! Heal my weary companion!
Oh shit, I thought it was charging. I'm bad. Oh, and now it's charging. Oh, you son of a bitch. Get him, Rinwell. Please do your mystic art. Oh jeez. Woo! Yeah.
Anything in armor is all right. Not done yet. Armor won't save you. Swallow Blade. Severing
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Rising Phoenix. Take this.
I never miss! Sleep now!
Almost dead?
Nothing gets by me.
Now!
Ringwell. Light burst forth.
Woo!
Looks like it could be worth something.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
Oh man, our RCP is already pretty much drying up, so we're just using items to keep ourselves afloat at this point.
This one will be difficult to predict. Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
These things really get on my nerves!
We got flyers.
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours. Vacuum Blade. Armor won't save you.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Not today.
These wolf enemies are definitely a pain in the butt.
No further. Try harder. Hold nothing back. Double Demon Fang. Coming through.
Could you guys please heal me?
Now.
Where would I be without Double Demon Fang also?
Here's a healing arc!
Thank you.
Swallow Blade. We did it. I'm ready. Double Demon Fang. Can you take it? Wind. Dance on the wind. Infernal Torrent. They smite with blackened blade. Here I come. Severing Wind. This one's
mine.
Reflect on Rotating pile driver. Win.
Flame of fury! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you!
At least it's easy.
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Woo!
That was a little close for comfort.
Nah, we were fine. We were fine. Okay, endgame money. Looks like an area that's gonna have another treasure chest coming up. Fucking hell.
A really bad feeling about this.
Take this.
Woo! They're able to interrupt me. I don't like that.
To be let free. Radiant light. Force of regeneration. Regenerate.
Okay, here I go.
Is that a healing art? It is. I can't ignore your pain. Must try to be more careful.
Oh wow, they are actually a lot squishier than I remember.
We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
On your knees.
Do it!
Now we're not ring well. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! With this, I can become even stronger.
They probably figured it. Oh my.
Those thorns.
Now this better be good.
Get in our way.
Holy
This
cloak.
one decent.
Wow. Oh my god, this endgame armor is freaking tight.
Anything that makes that.
How are we doing on SP right now? Oh, we have enough to buy some stuff. Faster AG recovery might be a good thing to do here. Yeah, we'll save. Shion. Doesn't really have enough to buy anything that I want. Yeah, we'll wait. That's a good one to get. Grinwell, faster magic charge, yep. That's what we were saving for. 30 elemental defense. That's actually a really significant boost. Yeah, I don't think Hisara has... 10 defense. I mean, I'll take it.
Battles easier is okay by me.
Yeah, if we're gonna have to fight this... Oh, jeez. Oh, I just used a gold gel. Well, that was a mistake. Oops. Well.
Brace yourselves. This one's tough. Ready to go. What? Be still. Radiant light. Force of regeneration. Regenerate in a vine.
Another tanky boy. Oh, it's like those things in the lake area.
Take this! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Double Demon Fang! Now you see what I can do! Far beyond you! Win!
You picked the wrong fight! Now, win! Searing gale! Take this! Swallow blade!
Okay, I mean, we're doing good damage to it at least.
Negative gate! The arts are being interrupted.
Searing gale!
Anything in armor is all mine. Behold! The earth pulse!
Oh, the AI actually using Mystic Arts.
Swallow blade! Swallow blade!
Armor won't save you!
Severing wind! The flame inside is yours to be let free! Double demon fang! Eat dirt! Slash! Swallow blade! Try this! Infernal torrent!
Can't get out of this!
Swallow blade! Win!
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alvin. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
Healing circle.
Double demon fang! Coming through!
Comboing double Demon Fang to this is so cool.
Scarlet Inferno!
Elusive deity!
Not on my watch. Radiant
Swallow
blood.
blade! Swallow blade!
Where are you going?
Win!
I must remember my limits. The enemy wields arc too.
You'll soon see about that. Lunar corruption. Lunar blast. Back into the void.
Double demon fang! Try harder!
Holy lance.
Keep charging us!
Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Eat dirt!
Now I see what I can do!
Healing chain between heaven and earth. Hear my call. A wailing
In a bind? Hear my weary companion!
Oh god.
Another incantation ruined!
Double demon fang!
No, interrupt it, please.
Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
Win! Searing gale!
Ah, shit. Yeah, boost break. Good job, Kisara.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Oh my goodness.
I can feel my precision improving.
Alright. So guys, it is 6:08, so we're technically dipping into 13 Sentinels time. So I guess we're gonna make our save here, since we were able to do that. And head on over to 13 Sentinels. Holy crap, I'm happy that we finally got to a segment where, like, we can play the game again. I think next, we'll probably play this again tomorrow. I think next time, we're gonna try to do endgame side quests. And climb in this tower some more, since it seems like really good experience. We are up there, and we are gonna beat this really soon. I can feel it. I think 2 more streams will be the sweet spot. Anyways, though, let's go ahead and take a short break. I'm gonna get 13 Sentinels ready, and then, it will be time for some beautiful visual novelizing. So, I'll be right back.